Welcome to No Limits Playhouse. Accent Allies, No Limits, revised EX-E-G40 House of Playtest, round 2 into round 3. Brought to you by Sound Goes By. 20 great hits for the 40s. I think it's a little too loud, maybe. Alright. So, like I said, round 2, the French, to round 3 of the Chinese. The Chinese go first in my house food version. Start out the round. Let's finish the round with round 2 of the French. Before that happens, let's see what the Italians did. SHULTZIE. Well, took over Syria, gobbling that up from the Vichy France, incorporating his Italian army. And the same thing in Algeria, gobbling that Vichy infantry into his army as well. Moving his mobiles in Slovakia, beefing up the Atlantic Wall, Normandy, as well as his own territories there. Let's see what CROCKETT 36 has as far as been done for his turn. Well, he tried to sink that transport, town transport that was in '99, just 2 aircrafts. But he failed, so the transport was able, under my rules, if it's a defenseless transport, they get to retreat after a failed attack on them in 1 round of battle. So his Italian transport survives into '97. But CROCKETT takes over Persia. Beefing up his Calcutta with some more mechs. Takes Java over, though you don't get credit for it until he's at war, with IPC value. But he puts a blocker in the Borneo Sea Zone, so it stops the Japanese from going island hopping like crazy on the mud islands. And as you see, if you notice, these are there's straits off the Philippines and off of Malaya, so you can't just blitz through into these territories. It's Japan. And the Myros, these straits in 37 and 35, you have to spend 1 more moment to leave the straits, so you can't. Because there'll be more. You have to be at least 3 moments for him to get to Sumatra, but he can't do that because the British still own the Far East Command still owns Malaya, which controls the straits. And the Americans still own the straits off the Philippines. So, also, CROCKETT upgrades his cruiser to a heavy cruiser now as well. So he has 2 of them. So let's go to France's turn. We'll have 7 IPCs to spend. They're free French. Under my rules, they can spend their IPCs in London. That's what they're going to do. They have 7 IPCs. So they're going to spend it on a fighter. And a fighter earlier survived. The pilot survived in that Paris battle in round 1. So that means my next fighter build will be a 7 instead of a 10. Under my house rules. So I'll have no battles. I'll have 1 area of non-combat. Let's do that. Destroyer in 82. It's going to go 3 spaces. 1, 2, 3. The sea zone at 88. Destroyers can move 3 spaces without the benefit of a sea base. As long as that have no cargo on it. So that'll be it for France. And I built fire into London, which is legal under my rules. So I'm at 2. I'm at 2 for free French. They only own Central and Equatorial Africa right now, so they only collect 2 on this turn. So just 2. And let's go for the recap. C-Zone 88. The Destroyer. Feel the fury of my C-Zone 88. Chelsea. In London, I got 2 infantries and 2 fighters now. Defend London. Mein Führer Schultzie has. He's gearing up for a sea lion. I doubt he'll do it though. So that concludes round 2 of France. Free French. So round 3 of the Chinese. Well, China ain't going to do any battles. They have 16 to spend. They'll spend it all on 4 artilleries. Hooray! Since Burma Road's still open. And so, just going to do one area of non-combat. I've got 12 infantry in Sichuan, so I'll take 1 infantry to Kui Chao, Chow Chow Chow, and put 1 infantry in the Yunnan. So these Timmy 10 infantries in Sichuan. That's it. So I'll put down my 4 artilleries. Of course, you guessed it, Sichuan. Excellent. So, I'm at 8 on the charts for China. Like 8. Which ain't much. Crap, come on. 5, 6, 7, 8 for China. Row still open, so I get that NO. So that's another 6. 14 to spend next round. Alright. Alright, so doesn't conclude yet. I gotta do the recap. China, I got 1 infantry in Kui Chao, 1 infantry in Yunnan. That's the way to stop his blitz. Going through my territories in Sichuan. So no, Emperor Schultzie. Sichuan, I got 12 artilleries, 10 infantries, and 2 fighters. Alright. So that concludes China's turn. Begin round 3. And let's see. Schultzie. Well, Schultzie's Germany's up next. Let's see. He's so geared up. About 5 transports and a fully loaded carrier along with all those planes. Just geared up for the attack in London. And I don't think he'll do it because though he may have the hit points slightly, London has more units. And they have 5 AA guns, so they'll shoot down at least 1 or 2 of his planes. And so that'll bring it down his hit points down even further. And remember, Schultzie, let me know what you're going to bring in season 110 if you happen to make an amphibious landing into it, because I may scramble some of my fighters depending on what you bring into 110, because I doubt a destroyer, carrier, and cruiser would be enough to land your men into London. So you're going to have to bring some aircrafts into that battle too, decreasing your hit points for London. So let's see what Schultzie does in his turn. He may do it anyways. We'll see. It'll be exciting to see. And before I conclude, in between turns, I'm waiting for the next turn, I painted my units for my World War I 1914 troops. Let's see how cool that looks. Let me sit down here. Look at that. Cool. Look at Austria-Hungary, Russia, Germany, France, UK, almonds, Italianos, and American. As you see, I paint tipped and also decaled, cut it out. My pieces. It took me quite a long time to do it. See here. Put these decals on the base. It looks pretty cool. It's pretty hard too. Yeah, laugh. Also with a Sharpie marker, I marked each of the guns brown to make it a little more cool looking. Also painted the flesh color on the face and hands. Painted the boots of each nation. Cool. And even the bayonets I painted silver. All nations. For the Germans, I painted their spiked helmet silver as well. That's cool, isn't it? Yeah. So I think that looks cool. And me and Shell's gonna have a 1914 game one of these days, but my phone is giving me phone's battery giving me promise I can only do one game at a time. So, hope you enjoyed that. Jealous, Schultzie? You're jealous. That's pretty cool, I think. Alright, so stay tuned for the Schultzie's Germany's turn. Up next. Have a good turn, Schultzie. No living out.